What's up, everyone? This is the Raw Truth coming at you with another video. And this video was inspired by one of my subscribers who left a comment, and I told him that I'll do a video on it. You know, and in this video, I'm going to discuss a whole lot of things, you know, the movement of men going their own way, and the movement of save yourselves, black men. You know, I want to break down some things and bring things to clarity. And the YouTuber, one of my subscribers by the name of Cortez Pates, and you recognize me giving him a shout out like I'm doing now. Shout yourself out, Cortez Pates, because he's the one who came up with the series that I did on black women having limited options. He left a comment on the video that I did, and it was called "Black Woman in Your Silence, You Bash Black Woman." And what I mean by black woman in your silence, you bash black women, is because if you don't speak out against the fuckery of black women, then you yourself automatically by default is in agreement with them. It's called the law of acquisition. So with the comment that he made, it reads in here, let me pull it up, phone went out. There you go. He said, truth, as I'm the raw truth. He said, what do the women do now the decent men are gone? What do the women do now that the decent men are gone? Well, I'm going to give my own opinion, commentary about it, because me personally, I don't think the decent men or the good men, I don't think they're gone. I don't think they're gone at all. And the reason why I don't think they're gone, because if they were gone, then they wouldn't have anything to say about black women's fuckery. You know, it's like when you look at men going their own way and save yourself, black men. Let's start with men going their own way. Men going their own way, sure, people like to say, well, it started by the white man, or it started by this and started by that. Maybe inspired by it, you know. I don't know too much about the men going their own way, who started it. I pretty much might do an investigation on it to see who started that shit. But black men, when it comes to men going their own way, basically what the whole deal is they stop chasing black women. You have to understand there's groups of men out there who have chased black women like crazy. Chased them and couldn't get them because they realized that the black women do not want them. They realized that the black woman wanted to be free from them. They realized that the black woman only sees a group of particular men who are better than their own man. So basically, why chase somebody that does not want you? Why run after somebody and care for somebody who does not want to be captured and who does not want to be loved by you? So basically, these men has decided, okay, I keep chasing black women. You know, the definition of insane is to keep doing something over and over again and expect a different result. Black men is tired of being insane. They have chased black women because they wanted to love them. Believe it or not, black women, they wanted to love you. So they have chased y'all and couldn't even get in. So they just stopped. And when they start seeing other women desiring them, they start seeing other women, how they treat them and how they treat other black men. They begin to say in themselves, well, maybe I need to go that way because at least I'm getting accepted. At least I'm getting a woman who's not going to call the police, which by default, that's where save yourself black men come from. Saving yourself, black men, has to deal with that. The black man needs to be saved from the black woman. Now, I don't want any black woman coming on here talking about you're generalizing or you are insulting, because what's insulting is calling the cops on black men when they ain't doing nothing wrong. Just because he ain't don't bow to your fucking matriarchy doesn't mean that you have to call the police. Just because he wants to stay out 2 o'clock in the morning and you want him in by 11 doesn't mean you argue with him and egg him on so you can call the police. Just because he doesn't listen to your ass doesn't mean that you can take your brother, your simp-ass brother, or your simp-ass so-called lover to beat him up. So basically, the black men have been ran through the mud by black women. The black man have seen his children get destroyed by the black woman. And so he's saving himself, and automatically when you save yourself, you want your seed to be saved. You know, you want your seed, the man wants his seed to be saved, and his seed is his children. But here's the tricky part about this. Make no bones about it. I'm telling you this, if every black woman decides to come back and follow laws, statutes, and commandments, if every black woman decides just to love decent men, to love good men, and be with good men, if black woman decides that as a whole and generalize it, that men going their own way will turn into men getting their own wives. That save yourselves, black men, will turn into save your sisters, black men. Why? Because now they could breathe a breath of life or a breath of fresh air, because they know that their woman is on their side. See, black women, you have to understand, majority of black men do not trust you. There's a big trust issue here. Now, the decent men and good black men can't be gone, because there's going to come a time where there's going to be a man who's going to have more than one wife. Because as shit gets harder and things, the shit actually hits the fan, black woman, you're going to be forced into a predicament that you hope and dream that you will never ever have to face, but you will have to face it. There's going to come a time where you're going to have to be with a man who is operating in the higher standards. You're going to have to be that, and any black woman who don't get down with that, then you're going to suffer the same way as Sandra Bland. Remember her? That's how terrible it is out here. So what black men really is waiting for, they're waiting for this downfall. We seen what happened when the EBT cards, what is it, a couple years ago, when the EBT cards couldn't work? What happened when the EBT cards couldn't work? They go, they swipe, they fill up 3. I seen on several news clips when they filled up 3 motherfucking carts with nothing but foods and went to go try the EBT, and the EBT cards wouldn't work. All shopping carts full of food was just in the aisles with not a niggeress in sight, because the EBT card couldn't work. So black women couldn't eat, the children were starving, and the black woman, and when that EBT cards wasn't working, there has been reports all over America how the black woman dropped her fucking attitude, and how the black woman had their fathers be around their children's life. They didn't give a fucking attitude. They didn't do shit. The fathers seen their kids like crazy, and because of that EBT glitch, how it just went away for a while, it automatically changed the attitude of black women. Black woman realized she needed her man. Black woman realized she needed to eat. What that EBT card did, it not only canceled the money on that card, but it canceled the black woman's attitude. I even heard stories on Tariq Nasheed. He did a story on that. Other people was doing stories on that. You know, and I read the comments of how many black men was seeing their children. I said, it's funny. It has to take something bad to happen to government in order for black women to wake the fuck up and don't come to my motherfucking channel and saying you are insulting black women. Well, not all black women, because if I said black women or queens, y'all not going to say, oh, not all. If I say black women are the most sexiest woman on this planet, y'all not going to say not all. Y'all not going to tell me, don't generalize it. I guarantee well to you, I will receive all kinds of thumbs up, but not one thumbs down. If I say black women are the best mothers to children, if I would say that, y'all wouldn't tell me not all. Y'all wouldn't say, well, there's some black women there who abuse their children. No, y'all gonna take it and run with it. So when I'm saying black woman, common sense will fucking tell you I'm not fucking talking about everyone. Shut the fuck up with that, because that pisses me off the most. Why? Because I got black women who are subscribers to me. Check out the video, how the video is called Dealing with Black Woman Could Get You Killed. One of my subscribers, Cheryl, who is a black woman, agreed with me. And because she knows I'm not talking about every black woman. She knows that. As a matter of fact, that black woman's on point. At least she's following she's following laws and commandments and doing her best to educate black women. That's a black woman that I lift, and she's one of my subscribers. She's telling black women to wake the fuck up. So no, I can never generalize it, because I'm touching black women who are subscribing to me. And like I said before in several videos, I'm touching the black woman who's part of WAF, Women Against Feminism. That's full of women of all nations, but it was a black woman who started it, who invited me, who's one of my followers, who invited me to follow her on Women Against Feminism. And that's where I did counseling. So a lot of people don't know what kind of shit that I do. A lot of people don't know that. So when I'm saying black woman, I'm not talking about all. I wish you kept saying it, but I know you're going to keep saying that. Well, I'm degrading black women and shit like that, even though you don't say nothing to anybody else who runs the TV movie industry. So you have to understand, the black man, he's just waiting. He's waiting. Understand this. He may go in his own way to try, to do his best to find love, and majority of them are succeeding. But remember, black woman, you did this. Black woman, you did this when you said that you didn't need a man. Black woman, you did this whenever you called the cops on men for no damn reason. Black woman, you did this when you took off your natural froze, or you took off your natural hair and put on your oppressor's hair and said that you are the woman for them, and that they are greater than your man. Black woman, you did this. So in all actuality, black woman, you left. We never left. You left. We didn't leave. Slavery, majority of black women abandoned us. And folks got to understand, majority of black women in slavery didn't have it bad at all. Just like when you see the feminist movement, the black feminist movement, and you see how good black women have it today, this is the same shit that happened in slavery. So we can't fucking blame slavery. I'm going to get to that in part 2. I'm going to touch on that a little bit in part 2 and bring it all together so you can see what's going on. Because there's a lot that needs to be said. When he said since the decent men are gone, or the good men, if you want to say too, are gone, what is black women to do? Well, I'm going to go more in depth. I'm going to go more in depth and talk more about the government and stuff. And yeah, so I'm going to make a second part to this. But understand, the black man ain't never left. He's laying dormant for a special time. And this special time is going to be his time, but it's going to send shock waves of a rude awakening on you black women. So I will be back with part 2.